years of 1979 to 1986, I worked at the Chamber of Commerce. The manager at the time I started was Mr. Jackfoot, and then he left the firm.
Yep.
And from there I took over until 1986 when I left to go to Oshawa downtown.
Okay, that's great. So what was downtown Port Hope like when you were growing up and when you were working there as well?
Okay, I don't remember a lot. I remember coming down on the bus with my mother on a Friday afternoon, and we'd do the shopping, and then we'd go into Turk's restaurant, and we'd have a bowl of ice cream, and then come home on the bus up to Toronto Road and Bruton, where we lived. Growing up, so many wonderful ladies' wear stores.
Yeah.
And I bought all in Port Hope. There was Reisler's, Susan Dewhurst, Margot's, House of Fashion, a lot of them. And a lot of those were still there when I became an employee of the Chamber of Commerce. So all my prom dresses and things came from downtown Port Hope.
Yeah.
At that point. Well, there was for a little while, and then it dissolved for a while. And so the Chamber took over some of the duties, as much as the duties as they felt they could, to run both organizations. Out of the Chamber also came the Industrial Commission.
Yeah.
So there was 3 in that little office, 3 different businesses working in that different little office. So it was a bit of everything.
It was the office in the same place that it is now? Just south of town hall there?
No. I started out at the Chamber of Commerce office where the old fire hall was.
Oh, okay, on Walton Street.
On Walton Street. And of course the flood took that out. And then we moved to Dr. Dobney's, where Dr. Dobney's office was, on Queen Street. And then down further to where Peter Elliott's insurance office was, and then back up on Queen Street to where Dr. Hunt's office was. So there was 4 or 5 different moves in there before they actually settled down.
That's a lot
and
of
that was after.
For
Yeah.
a short period, yeah.
Yeah, and I did seem to do a lot of the moving, and that, but the board of directors and that helped a lot, and we got what we needed at the time. Dealt with Eldorado, Nicholson File, Westinghouse, Matthews Conveyor, and all those were members of the Chamber as well. And then they had quite a bit to do with the Industrial Commission as well. So we were involved in all parts of the town. It wasn't just the commerce and that. And Canada Week was one of our big weeks, and we had a week of it, not just a day or 2. And that was just horrendous. Fun, but horrendous at the same time, because you had a whole week of things to do. And it kept things hopping, the sidewalk sales. What else did we have downtown besides the sidewalk sales? All the grand openings the Chamber was represented, sort of thing. Even if it wasn't for one of the board of directors or something, it was somebody from the office, and that usually was me. That came along and did some of the grand openings and stuff like that. So you got to know the new business owners as well as the older, and help a lot of new people along, like where they didn't know where to go for things or didn't know. I remember once, but this was in the tour. We looked after the tourism too, and I can remember a man coming up from Florida. and coming in and saying he was tracing his things, and this before I think the archives wasn't here at this time either.
No, we weren't here till '94.
Okay, so and he wasn't sure if he was in the right town or not, but he was looking for the Wakeleys.
Mm-hmm.
And did I think I was close? He was close. Think you got it right on. You know. And from there I referred him to my father, who grew up with the Wakeleys, and he figured out which Wakeley family it was,
Mm-hmm.
and got them in touch. So there was all that closeness, and just it was a great feeling to be able to help people and do Port Hope and promote Port Hope.
Yeah, for sure.
In different ways.
So it sounds like the Chamber of Commerce was very active and busy in the community. How did they handle or help with the flood relief efforts? Or
Well, the day after
the Chamber of Commerce, were they still in the fire hall then during
yes,
the flood? So
yes,
you were
it was
affected
gone.
as well,
Oh
then.
yes, it was gone. I came down the next day and saw my desk kind of teetering over the river and everything. It was kind of scary, but we set up at the lawyer's office, Brooks Harrison, Jones and Mann.
Okay.
It was called, and we set up in there, and all the town of Port Hope, all the volunteers that came in, down with their shovels and everything, and we sent them to different places to help clean out the basements and things like that. For, I guess it was a couple of days, I can't remember for sure, but we were the ones that were dealing them out, sort of thing. They really need help. I remember at McAllister's floral shop, because everything was in the basement and that sort of thing, and the people just swarming in, which tells you what a great town
For sure.
Port Hope is. So, and just amazing.
Where do you see downtown Port Hope heading in the future?
Oh, it's going to be a destination, a day trip destination place for all over, you know. It might be a 2-day trip, bus trip or everything, but it's going to be something that people won't want to miss in their history of Ontario and that, because it's just got so much history and so much love for keeping it that way. And I like it.
That's
You
great.
know, I see it as a destination for all sorts of Ontario and a lot of people from the States that take the trip around the lake. You know, don't miss Port Hope.